That's not the best thing to do with it. Okay. This is in Zechariah, because in Gog and Magog it says, "You are he whom all my prophets have foretold." All, yes. Because what is the Bible? It is really history. It is true of God's people. But it's a history of salvation, a history of redemption. The whole thing looks forth to Christ coming and his salvation. And so you take a small situation, Jerusalem goes forth into the universal Jerusalem. The small conquering in a situation goes forth to the universal conquering. Babylon in particular goes forth to the universal Babylon, which is in all the world. And so all these things, so even the book of Judith, even the book of Esther, where you see the two great dragons, that brings you into the apocalyptic, where it often makes use of a particular situation. But here in Zechariah, the Lord said, I've been jealous for Zion with a great jealousy, and I have returned, and I'm returning to Zion, and I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Thus saith the Lord, I will save my people from the land of the east, and from the land of the going down of the sun. And thus saith the Lord of hosts, let your hands be strengthened, you that hear these words by the mouth of the prophets. Before those days there was no hire for men or beast, neither was there hire for beasts, neither was there peace to him that came in or went out. But I will not deal with the coming generation. There will be the seed of peace, and the vine shall yield its fruit, and the earth shall give increase. And in Jeremiah, the Lord said, I've loved you, behold, I think this is Jeremiah 31. The Lord has appeared to me from afar. Yes, I've loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore have I drawn you, taking pity on you, and I will build you up. And what it says and refers to today, it refers to we are asleep and we wake up. Return, O Lord, return to these your cities. And I woke, as it were, from a sleep, and my sleep had been sweet to me. Again, you have, and this is important too. I'm not going to tell you, I want to bring these things up, whether it be in this half hour or whether I don't get that far, and I might have to go into the Bible code. But at the very beginning, I say from Eden, the struggle has always been between the seed of God and the seed of the beast, between man and God's image and beastly man who is lost or does not have God's image. That's what just brings us up from the difference of a beast. We have free will, but God respects that free will and our free choice. But what does it do if we are not use our free will for good and let our instincts take us wherever they desire to take us? We are nothing more than a beast. And in fact, they say at the very beginning, they're looking for the missing link. I say that because the struggle is between man and God's image and beastly man who has no image of God. That is a difference that God has breathed into man, his own spirit, his own life. We are become the sons of God because God has made us and called us so. And see what I'm really trying to make mention. What I wanted to say is the curse on, at that time, they call this serpent was the most highly developed of all the animals on the earth, is what it mentions of it. And what is the curse against it? De-evolution, a going backwards, a going down. And the lowest form in the whole earth is to crawl on the earth with our belly flat. That is where the worm, I'm a worm and no man, or this there. So these are the struggle. Are we the children of God, or are we the children of Satan? And I said Satan because it seems that Satan, man has come in and taken the place of the glory of where Satan was predestined and fell from his place. And man has taken those places, it seems. That is what is prophesied by many of the saints. And so that is one reason why Satan wants the destruction of all mankind. All he cares about is total destruction. And you have in the Bible, you have in there where you get into total destruction of all the nations. You go into Ezekiel, I think it's Ezekiel 32, where all the uncircumcised nations lie down in the lowest part of the earth. There's also, I want to go into the Apocalypse, where it says a star fell from heaven, and it fell upon all the rivers and fountains of fountains. You have in symbolism, you have the earth is the east, you have the rivers are the mid-east, and you have the sea is the west. That is a symbolism that runs through, not always exactly using that, but there is that basic symbolism that runs through. And yet at the same time, when the star falls and makes all the rivers bitter for the whole world to drink. And also you have a star fell from heaven, and to him it was given the key of the bottomless pit. This is the same star. This is just into more detail. I say that because that's what Scripture works. I'm going backwards and forwards. Like in the creation, the stories of creation, they say there's two stories of creation. No, not really. One is a creation of all the universe, including Earth. And then the second one is zeroing in on Earth and the creation of man. So you have the same thing in here. You have the star falling from heaven, and it goes upon, makes all the waters bitter. But then it also goes, in particular, it was given the key. A star fell from heaven. It was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there came out a great furnace. That is the symbolism of atomic war, atom, the explosion of the atom. You have all